You need to.
Whenever you're talking about the Kellen Moore, like Dak had one of his best seasons under Kellen
Did
Moore.
he win me a Super Bowl?
He didn't.
Okay, end of discussion.
But neither did Tony Romo or the quarterback
I'm
before.
not talking about. We're talking about Dak.
Oh, we're talking about Kellen Moore.
So did he win a Super Bowl?
No, he didn't. You're
All
right
right, end
about
of
that.
discussion.
We're going to Brazil on September 6th at 8:15 p.m. And what do we think about Jalen Hurts? What do you think he's going to do this season? All that and more. I got a special guest with the coldest panel in the game. With that being said, you already know what to do. Cue the music. Good Skybox, where we give our epic perspective in an imperfect sports world. Let me introduce you to the coldest panel in the game. But I also have a special guest. But first, let's go to our guest. He is the host of Eagle Uncut 2.0 podcast. My God, I had to bring him in. Because I got a little bit sour when it came to too many Cowboy fans in the room. So I had to saturate it with the Eagles fans. But it's my guy. What's good with you, guy?
What's going on, bro? I appreciate for you to bring me in over here today, bro.
You already know. Next. He runs down the aisle and shakes the room like the ultimate warrior. My God. I told him we got to go 21 to 22 weeks in the trenches. You already know who he is. One word only. Mama. What's good?
What's cooking, Captain? How you doing?
You already know what it is, guy. Guy. Then you got to go to the dark side. Y'all. You got to go to the dark side. But when it comes to this guy said, it's nothing but bear crawls and up down. I'm tired of the bear crawls and up down. We looked at all the film. Time to go ahead and gas up. But guess what Jerry did? He went back there and he got Alvin Cook. Looks like they got a running back, y'all. Congratulations. But it's our very own Skybox coach. Why? What's good with you, fella?
I've been running all week. And congratulations, Dallas. You finally brought in a power back. We can get rid of the Ewok.
Yeah. You already know when I point down to the arm and I point to the vein. You know what he does. He runs through my veins, y'all. My guy. Dallas Cowboy Rillin. You already know who he is. Daryl T. What's good with you, fella?
What's up? Cowboys in the building.
You already know. I got the coldest panel in the game. I got Dogger in the game. You know what you need to do. Hit that like a subscribe button. It's only $3.99. Let's get into it. Ding, 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 ding. Bells are ringing around town. Because you already know who we got. We got a former first round pick. We got a wide receiver 3, y'all. I told y'all. Eventually, Howard's going to get it cooking, y'all. He's going to get it cooking. He got High Dotson out of Washington. Oh, man, we got it popping now. He made the 53-man roster. Oh, of course. You already know what it is now. There's not much to do now. There's not much to do but to button up, sit back. Sit back and fly. Close your eyes. When you wake up, you are going to be in Brazil. That being said, Daryl, you had a lot to say about our wide receiver three. What's your thought about our number one pick when it comes down to it? Our wide receiver three, Jahad Dodson.
Yo, I was talking to my son the other day, right? And he was saying he had this altercation at school. I said, "What happened?" He said the person, like, you know what I mean, the person was just chirping and talking, and I was like, "Bro, when they talking, you don't even gotta worry about them." I'm like, if all they doing is talking and talk, sooner or later they gotta show you something. You gotta show me something. So all I've been hearing all off season is like that other kid in his classroom was talking that talk. But now I gotta see something. All those look good on paper. I bet you Eagles players have been playing Madden crazy the past 2 weeks. They put all these schemes and stuff for these receivers. We gonna see. We gonna see. I'm gonna get Jordan Love in like 2 out of 3 fantasy leagues this year just to have him week 1 and have to root for him. Let's go.
Your thoughts, Dogger? Holla at me.
Hey, man, all I gotta say is that I think we already proven with AJ Brown and Devontae Smith the past 2 years, which the first year, whenever we got AJ Brown, we went to the Super Bowl. We proven last year, AJ about 1,500 yards, Smitty on about 1,100, now Jahan Dotson, hey, I was happy as hell that we got him. I'm not gonna lie, I was not happy with what we gave out for him, but I was happy that we got him, especially since Pierce Campbell was always hurt, and now he didn't even make the 53 man roster cut. You know what I'm saying? So now, tell me, how are we gonna defend? Because you have AJ Brown, Smitty, Dodson, Goddard, and Barkley. You can defend all of them, and they all tier
It's not
one
my
or the
job to know. Luckily there's professionals that could do that. The Eagles aren't going to show anything that's like never been seen. You know what I mean? We remember like the pistol with RG3, like, oh man, this is crazy. And then like one year it's like, you know what I mean? Like these are professionals that watch film 14, 15 hours a day. You know what I mean? I can't tell you how they gonna stop them. I don't know. It is a lot. Trust me. I can't knock them. It's a lot of talent. It is definitely a lot of talent.
One thing I'll say, Daryl, one thing they won't play is man to man. They gotta play zone against them. Like he just said, there's too many weapons to think that you're gonna play man to man with them or you will double cover someone. Stop playing. And then my man Kellen Moore has no problem putting Devontae Smith in motion. No problem putting AJ Brown in motion. Oh, my bad. We forgot about the one dude sitting back in the backfield. That is a pretty good receiver. 2-6. You already know who he is. Saquon Barkley also could be put in motion. And we can go with an empty backfield and still do something. Oh, man. Lord have mercy. With that being said, with Jalen Hurts, I want to ask you this, Mamba. If I told you in the Patrick Mahomes era that Jalen Hurts has the biggest upside to winning a Super Bowl, you would say what?
What's the offensive line going to transition to this year without Kelsey? How does Cam Jurgens step up? Does the offensive line stay healthy? And can the Eagles wide receiver expose defenses at their worst? Then Jalen Hurts has a chance.
That's a lot. That's a lot to think about, man. So my question.
O-line's key.
Yep. O-line, definitely.
All these weapons, O-line is key. Thank you for saying that.
Yep.
I agree with that. I agree. O-line is definitely key. Let me ask you, Doc, the same thing when it comes down to it. Do you think Jalen Hurts has the biggest upside to winning a Super Bowl in the Patrick Mahomes era?
Definitely. And it all depends really, on on a play caller. That I think right now it all depends on the play caller. Even though like we pretty much have the same team that we had last year, you know. And the only reason why we had that, you know, the last 7 game stretch that was horrible, it was all because of the play caller. You know, all because, and I think you would believe it was Nick Sirianni that was calling the plays. And we know that he's not good at calling plays at all. You know, and that go back to the 2021 season when they were about to get fired. And then Gannon said, how about you give out the play calling to Steichen and let him, because either way, we're going to get fired. So from that on, 2022 season came in, went to the Super Bowl. And then now last year, it happened the same thing. Nick Sirianni started playing the calls again. And we saw what happened. It wasn't just the 7 game stretch. From the beginning of the season, the offense did not look the same.
I agree.
Ooh, can I have that one? Let me have that.
Yeah,
Okay.
all right. Make it, Twilight.
Let me make this easy for you. You have a new OC.
Mm-hmm.
He's fresh. That means he's got to learn all this playbook, all the vernacular, all the audibles. No. I know Keelan Moore like that. I know my ex-in-laws, and it's not pretty. So let me make that easy for you. It's not pretty. That's why he got kicked out of Dallas. Very simple.
He got kicked out of
Didn't
Dallas,
Dak-
or he got forced out of Dallas.
He got kicked out of Dallas. No
Yeah.
forced kick, whatever y'all want to put. He was roused.
Last
Yeah,
time
he
I
was a
checked, though,
scapegoat. He was the
last time I
scapegoat.
checked,
Come on.
last
He
time I
was.
checked, Dak got paid under Kellen Moore. His first contract came under Kellen Moore after having a
Jerry
great, like
Jones
one
has
of his
not
best
always
seasons.
made the best business decision. We've been trying to
Right.
get rid of Dak from day one.
Right.
Dak is not the guy. He wasn't under Keelan Moore. He's not under Mike McCarthy. He is not the guy.
Nope.
No, but
I
what
don't
I'm
know
saying
if
about
y'all-
Kellen
I don't know
Moore,
if we drug test, but we need to.
whenever you're talking about the Kellen Moore, like Dak had one of his best seasons under Kellen Moore.
Did he win me a Super Bowl?
He didn't.
Okay, end of discussion.
But neither did Tony Romo or the quarterback.
I'm
before.
not talking about. We're talking about Dak.
Oh, we're talking about Kellen Moore.
So did he win a Super Bowl?
No, he didn't. You're
Right,
right
in the
about
discussion.
that.
Well, let me say this, as I stated to you guys before in the last episode, we have now become an offensive-minded team when it comes to Philadelphia.
Facts.
But this all season, we're starting to correct the holes on the other side of the ball. My question to you, Coach Twilight, did we do enough?
No. Y'all did something, and I like it, but not enough. Y'all more or less focused on offense, and defense wins championships. And I can tell you now, there's a few holes that you all need to improve in on. And I mean, I like some of even though y'all want Jeremiah Trotter Jr. to become Jeremiah Trotter, that ship sailed a long time ago. His work ethic is far from his father, even though he'll still be under his father.
Sounds like nepotism.
Yeah, it was.
Well,
Let's
we
call
talk
it like
about Bronny, huh?
Yeah,
Sounds like
let's call it
nepotism.
like it was.
Hey.
But it's just y'all trying to rekindle something that's not there. You'd have been better off getting his little brother. He's better than Jeremiah Trotter Jr. You have to understand, I've been watching him since high school at St. Joe's Prep. Oops, did I say that? Yeah.
That's
Mama,
why
do you think that they did enough on the defensive end when it came down to it?
you can never do enough on the defensive end of the football. The Eagles didn't do enough last year either. And the thing is, that's what let us down last year was the defense. You know, the corners were horrible. I mean, linebacker play was horrible. There was too much dependence on Jalen Carter and those guys up the middle. The Eagles have got to be consistent. Howie had the opportunity this year in this draft to go out and get the offensive weapons that he needs. And drafts are not always defensive heavy. The players that he did fill, yes, there was definitely nepotism in bringing in Junior, but who doesn't enjoy a little bit of that golden age? You know what I'm saying? That's exactly what it is. During the preseason, he's proven he can play, but he's not at that level yet. He's undersized. He's got to put on weight. He's got to put on more muscle, and he's got to get faster, or he's not his old man. That's just the way it is. So when I look at it, you're never done in the NFL. You got to always build. You build through the draft, you build through free agency, you get the things that you need, and you put together the team. The Eagles are far from over.
I mean, you can't say it no better than that. You always got
Tell me how you really feel.
You're right there.
Tell me how you really feel.
Tell me how you really feel, right? All right, so now it's coming, y'all. It's coming. We've been waiting. Well, September 6th is right around the corner. Like Daryl T said, we are going to Brazil. Daryl, I want to ask you, what would convince you that the Eagles can beat the Packers on September 6th at 8:15?
I think the Eagles got to come out and they got to have a statement win. You know what I mean? And I think the Packers being the team that embarrassed the Cowboys last year in the playoffs, and then them going to Brazil and then winning, I'd say 35-21 with Jordan Love still throwing 3 passing touchdowns because of fantasy purposes. All right. But I feel like they could go out there and they can make a statement win. Jalen Hurts is the one thing that they're doing right now that I don't like that they're doing is that they're downgrading Jalen Hurts like he can't be a top 3 quarterback in the league. Like, I mean, he's 1 year removed from a potential MVP run, and he has more than what he's ever had in his career. So, and as far as Kellen Moore, bro, for 4 years there was only one offense that was better than Kellen Moore's offense, and that was the Chiefs. So by stats alone, Kellen Moore is a top OC in the league, and I think he has almost exactly what he had back then. And I think they're gonna do something. I think they could do something. I just think they have things within their organization, head coach, relationship with quarterback, diva, receiver, that even if he catches 2 balls and they win 40, he's going to be over there. So as long as those things are calm, I mean, I think they have a good run this season. But it all comes down to playoffs. Everybody remembers the playoffs. No one cares about the regular season.
Ain't that true? But you gotta win in the regular season to get to.
Yeah, you gotta get there. But once you're there, no one cares.
No one cares. Let's turn it around a little bit now. Doggo, what would be some of the concerns you're having going into this Packer game?
The same concern I had last year, the middle of the field, linebacker plays, on our coverage still, like especially middle of the field, like towards tight ends, is not very good. It wasn't very good last year. It wasn't even very good the year before whenever we went to the Super Bowl. Because even whenever we went to the Super Bowl, they were eating on the middle of the field calls, So we have the same problems this year as well, Devin White, he's a really good blitzer, same thing as Nakobe Dean, but they're not very good at coverage,
I agree. I think that's one of our biggest concern would be linebacker. And I'm going to throw this one out there. With the blitzing of the Packers and the way our tight ends are injury prone, I was a little scary that us going in with 2 tight ends was not good enough. But we do have Johnny Wilson on there. He might be our 3rd tight end. So that might make me just take a little bit of a deep breath. But I think they should have taken at least 3 tight ends. That's me personally.
Yeah, I think they're gonna move someone up, another tight end, because we have now on Jenkins back, at the practice squad, and we got Jack Stowe as well on the practice squad as well. So I believe that before the hand, one of them is gonna move up, for the game.
I hope so.
Right. Yeah, at the end of the day, you know what I mean, out of the 6 units that's on the field, Packers might be better in 1 unit, 2 at the extreme max. They do have a better head coach. So unit-wise, like the Eagles got 4 out of 6 units that's better. Their O-line's better, their receivers are better, their running backs better. Like Packers don't got it. They just don't have enough firepower. They might at the end of the season. They're just nah. But Jordan Love, 3 passing touchdowns, fantasy purposes, please. He'll be on the squad. He's a sleeper pick. I just gave it up. He's a sleeper pick.
All right, with that being said, let's go down week 1. Eagles, Packers. Predictions. Let's get it. Coach Twilight, talk to me. Who you like?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was hearing all this Eagle stuff. My ears started ringing. I'm going to go ahead and go with the Packers. 24-17.
Dogger, Eagles, Packers. Who you got?
Eagles 33-24.
Daryl, Eagles, Packers. Who you got?
Eagles 28-21.
Last not least, Mamba, Eagles, Packers. Who you got, guy?
Eagles 28, Green Bay 17.
That's what I like. That's what I like. That's what I had around that. I said around 28-17 Eagles. Fly, Eagles, fly. You already know what it is. The season's about to begin. You know what it is. The skybox. It's already been here. Everything you hear, comment below. You know what it is. That being said, I want to thank you for watching the Skybox exclusively on YouTube. If you have any thoughts, questions, or concerns, email us at the number one skybox at gmail.com. It's me, Michael C., the Source of Life, over the mic. It's my special guest, Saga in the building. You already know what it is. And if you know what it is, hit him up on Eagles Uncut 2.0 podcast. I'm telling y'all right now, it's popping. It's popping. We get it popping on that podcast. You already know. Hit the like and subscribe on his podcast also. But you already know what to do. I'm going to leave you with these 4 words. With the coldest podcast in the game. With the coldest panel in the game. Now let's make it epic.
DALLAS. Yeah, don't that sound? I got a way better ring to it.
Let's make this epic. If you like this episode, just think about who is going to make this Eagles offense take them to a whole different level.